A good way of adding that little bit extra to your science film and helping carry the story forward is by using music. So let's have a look at how we do that in iMovie. I've already got my timeline set up. I've got a few drone shots, a little bit of an interview with Tamara, and then some more drone shot, some landscape shots, and then another little bit of interview, and then an out. So I want to be able to add in some music to this because you can see that these waveforms, these little peaks and troughs here, that's actually Tamara speaking, and same there, but there's nothing that goes along with these ones, so it's silent. So just to get over those silences and add a little music, we're going to use some music that we've downloaded from a stock website. So I pay for a stock website. We've got a video all about where you can find some music to go into your video as well. That's on our website too. And I've downloaded some already and I've got the rights to use it, so I'm going to use this one. It's in my media library ready to go. So I could just drag this entire thing down, but that's really way too long. I could just chop out, well, this is 43 seconds, so I could just chop out 43 seconds from it. But a good way of doing it, just a quicker way of doing it, is just by having a natural introduction and then a natural out or natural ending. And so I'm just going to grab the first maybe like 20 seconds of this song, and then the last 20 seconds as well. So that means then I've got a natural ending and a natural introduction to it. So the last little bit too, I'm just going to drop that in. And then what we should find is that when these marry up, it sounds a bit like this. But then when we get to Tamara speaking,
every single person, you don't have to.
It actually it overpowers her voice. It overpowers what she's saying. So there's a few different ways we could change that. We could go into this and click and right click and put split clip, and then I could do the same at the end over here where she's finished speaking, and I can hit split clip, and then I can drag on these lines and drag them downwards so that they sound a lot more quiet. So I can drag those down and I play it back.
Every single person, you don't have to come to, glacier.
You kind of want that to kind of fade down and then fade back up again, and but that's how you would bring those down so that you can hear the music, so you hear her voice over the music. But in iMovie, there's probably a better way to do it. So I'm just going to undo these and the split clips too, and then just in these, I'm going to use the audio section, which is up here. It's the little speaker button just right up here. And I want to go to lower volume of other clips. And what that'll do, and you can see down here when I press it, what that'll do is it'll duck the volume down when she's speaking, and it'll let it back up when she's not. So you can see it ducking that volume down, just there. And I want to do the same one over here too. Lower volume of other clips, and that'll lower volume of the music, so it sounds more like this.
I do a lot of rock climbing, a lot of sport and trad in the Peak District, down in Portland.
I know that I cut her off. I just brought those little clips in. I didn't mind what she was saying too much. But that's how you would just dip the music down and then dip it back out. So over all the drone footage then, just nice introduction to it. So you use the very start of the music. And then over the interview, we've made sure that we've clicked on, right up here, lower volume of other clips. That's on this one. So now,
every single person, you don't have to.
It fades down before she starts speaking.
To come to, a glacier and do some crazy climbing just to have an adventure. I think adventure comes in many different forms because it's just such a personal thing. I think you can find adventure.
I think I would probably bring that a little bit lower again so that you can't hear, because you've got this movement from the introduction to the end in here. So I think I would bring it down a little bit more.
Every single person, you don't have to come to.
So that she can be heard a little bit better, but also you hide that transition in there as well.
Glacier and do some crazy climbing just to have an adventure. I think adventure comes in many different.
There we go. So you can't actually hear the change from the introduction to the end in there, which is hidden behind her talking, and that's a great way of making sure that you can marry different music clips up. It's just by hiding them behind the talking. So now that's absolutely great. We finish on that bit as well, and then it fades to black. So having music behind the people speaking in the interview is great, and having music where there otherwise would be silences is great as well. And that's how you do that in iMovie.